people of Earth, and welcome to the Third Floor Podcast. Here we are, NFL Championship Sunday. Hey, live is live, man. We're dog sitting. This dog has a little coughing issue, but good to go. He's chill. She's chill. Such a nice dog. Yeah. Hey, what's up, people of Earth? Been a minute. We were supposed to be back not too long ago, but you know what? Shit happens, my friends. Shit happens. So we're here to break it down. It is late. We got 21 minutes to see if we can get this shit done. So let's get into it. Here we go. Get that going. And we'll get that going. All right. Here we go. We'll let them run for a minute or two. Again, nice opening. Nothing like being prepared when you're late. Okay. Like I said, I thought start time was 12:30. It's 12 o'clock. We have the pregame on. Nobody's going to miss anything. We'll be good. There we go. Hear the dog drinking. That's awesome. I'm going to have a drink too, and then we'll get going. Alrighty, people, let's do this. Boy, some incredible games last weekend. The referees played a great game in Kansas City. They just did another wonderful job. Of course, you know that's been the story of the whole weekend. So I'm not going to get into that. I'll save that for another time because we're a little short on time. So we just want to get to the nicks and crannies of this game that's coming up. Big matchup, man. This is a big one. You know what? I haven't looked forward to Championship Sunday in a long time with this much enthusiasm and psyched for this kind of games. We got a 6-point favorite and a 2-point favorite. That's pretty huge on Championship Sunday. I mean, a total of 8 points between the two teams. You don't see that very often. There's usually one that's close to maybe 7.5, 8. You know, but we'll do what we got to do. Let's look at this first game, huh? Jayden Daniels can become the first rookie quarterback in NFL history to take his team to the Super Bowl. That's one part. The other part is he wins. He's the first rookie ever to freaking do it. Ben Roethlisberger. Ben Roethlisberger was the last one to almost do it. God, man. I heard the names. I can't think of them right now. It's a pretty cool list. It's a pretty cool list to guys who got to the AFC Championship. I think there's 5. We'll look at that another time again because there's so much to get into. So when we look at this one, we got Jayden Daniels against Jalen Hurts. Hurts will be wearing a knee brace, which is awesome for the Redskins. This will take a little bit off of them, a little pressure off of them. Because let's look at this real quick. Because when we look at the defensive matchups on third down, we have Washington is ranked 15th in the league for third downs on defense with a 38.2%. Remember what I've been saying in the playoffs, even in the regular season, you're under the 40 mark in defense for third downs, you're pretty good. You're going to wind up just like they are, middle of the freaking road. However, the Eagles' defense is ranked 3rd in the NFL, and that's at 35.5%. So we're just talking a few percentage points, but the difference is 12 positions. That's huge. So once again, like I've been saying in all these preview shows, you got to run the ball, you got to convert down, you got to stop third down, and the defense has to be stellar. And then you can pretty much be ready to raise the Lombardi Trophy. So what happens today in Philly? Okay. Well, with Jalen Hurts, like I said, he was 2,903 yards on the season with 18 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. Our rookie, he threw for 3,568 yards, 25 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. So most, if you look on paper, these quarterbacks are kind of even, and there's a world of difference between these two cats. Um, that's why I'm going with the Redskins. I'm going to go with the rookie and see what he can do. I'm going to take the 6 points and take the over. Let's get the points on this one. We're getting 6, and the over under is 46.5, and we're taking the over. I think this is going to be a good game. I think that Philly might have, when it comes to the running backs, yes, you got you got Barkley, and on the other hand, you got who we got? We got Daniels is leading the team in rushing with 891 yards, but Robinson is their main go, 799 yards. So the running matchup is more. It's more than more. It's way over to Philly's advantage with Barkley. However, Robinson is a decent running back. And if we can get this kid going early on, first quarter, let's say if he can get a handful of carries, 30, 40 yards, good. Couple third down completions there, we're good. If they can stop Philly on the first 2 drives, 3 and out, this is going to be a ball game which the Redskins can win to control the ball. Got to establish the run, because this is one of the few times where you don't want to keep the quarterback off the field. You want to keep the running back off the field. So you got to maintain long drives, and these guys, they can maintain a long drive. Now, when it comes to the passing end, I mean, this can be a stellar game in the air, too, with A.J. Brown, 1,079 yards and 7 touchdowns on the year against McLaurin, who is just, he's a beast. He's freaking phenomenal. 82 catches for 1,096 yards, 13 touchdowns. Look for this cat to be good. I mean, Ertz, there's a lot of weapons on Washington, but the biggest weapon on Washington through these playoffs has been a consistently decent defense. Defense isn't stellar, enough to stop the Lions. Big, huge, but it was a shootout game, and you won that shootout. This, not a shootout. This is a knockout, drag-out fucking brawl, people. That's why I'm leaning also towards the Redskins. I think that if they can be a little bit more disciplined than the crazy Eagles can self-destruct real quick, and the crowd can turn real quick. So, Washington, take that crowd out early, get them to turn on the Eagles, and we'll see you in New Orleans. So there you go. Redskins. I'm looking for the Redskins over the Eagles. I think they win this one outright. I don't think, the points will help in case something crazy happens, but I definitely don't see it. If the Eagles were to win this game, it's a field goal probably. But for the most part, I think Washington going into the third quarter, let's look at the 10-minute mark. Once it hits 10 minutes in the third quarter, let's see where we are and what will have to happen. At that point, I hope Washington has control of the game as well as control of the football so they can do what they got to do. All right, with that being said, we're going to move on to the next game, which is all right, let's roll with this. We got everything going on up there. We are at the playoff stats for the receivers and the defense. You just saw the offense run across. Now we're running the picks on the bottom, and up top there you got your stats going into the game of your top dogs and how they match up. So I got everything for you, folks. So you could pay attention to the ticker and listen to me bullshit or whatever. Anyway, so before we move on to the next game, let's look at the weather real quick. Right now we were at 40 degrees, partly sunny, and your referee for this one is Scott Halverson. All righty. Now let's move on to the next game. Let's see how we're doing over here. or I don't know what the hell's going on. 3:30 start in Kansas City. I was looking for the weather. I just don't see it. So, all right, here we go. Here we go. This is where everybody tells me I'm crazy. We're taking the Bills. We're taking the 2. I see the line drop to 1.5, but remember, we take the early line, and the early line was 2, so we're stuck with 2 points. Doesn't matter. I don't think we're going to need them, folks. I think this is where Josh Allen grows up, puts Mahomes to bed, and sends him packing. Look, the only thing going for Kansas City is home game, referees, and Andy Reid. That's all they got. That's enough. But let's take them fucking referees out of here, and we got a fucking game. Look, do we have the referees for this fucking game? Oh, the weather is partly sunny and 31 as of right now. The other game gave me the referees. How come this game ain't giving me the refs? All right. It was right above the weather. Well, all right, I see. They just haven't put up the referees. I don't know who's refereeing this game. I'm sure we'll find out. Not sure who it is, but let's hope it's a good one. And I know the NFL wants Eagles, Chiefs, but I think it's going to be a rematch of 91. Or was it 92? Redskins and Bills, where the Redskins apps just manhandled the Bills. In their 4-run stretch to the Super Bowl to lose. Anyway. The obvious big matchup in this game is Mahomes and Mr. Josh Allen. So on the year, Josh Allen was 307 for 483, 3,731 yards, 28 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Mahomes, 392 for 581, 3,928 yards, 26 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions. This ain't the Mahomes of days of old, or gold, either way. It's not. This is a different team. This team is just not what it once was, so to speak. Kelsey has a habit of just having incredible games. His last 17 playoff games, the numbers are off. His worst game was 77 yards. And I think it had 77 yards. I think it was 2 or 3 touchdowns he had. So he doesn't even need big numbers to be dangerous. But what we got here, folks, for the first time in a long time, I know we're taking the over. We're taking the over to protect ourselves from Allen and Mahomes getting into a massive shootout, so to speak. But I think what we're going to have here is a defensive battle, at least for the first 2.5 quarters. Let's see where we were at in this. In the last game, we were saying about the 10-minute mark. Let's see where we're at. This one, where are we at with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter? I think that's when this game will start, at the 5-minute mark of the third quarter. And what I mean by start is this is when we're going to start seeing what both of these teams are really, really made of, what these running backs are made of, what these quarterbacks are made of, what these receivers and tight ends are made of, and what Mahomes is made of and Allen is made of. Cook versus Hunt, 200 carries for Hunt, 728 yards, 7 touchdowns. Cook was on fire this year, one of 16 running backs to hit the 1,000 mark, 207 carries, 1,009 yards, 16 touchdowns. When we get to the receivers, we got Kelsey's lead at 97 receptions, 823 yards, only 3 touchdowns. Shakir, 76 receptions, 821 yards, 4 touchdowns. These guys spread it around a lot, so it's not like anybody's going to have any big type stellar numbers and touchdowns. What it is receptions and yards that lead to these simple, easy touchdowns for whatever reason. But these two guys spread it all over the field. So you really don't know who he's going to go to in certain situations. Um, there's no real big time injuries to report on, but let's look at the offense for a second here on third downs. Because when we talk third downs, we talk big time third down, that how big third down is. This game, third down is huge because fourth down is coming. If it's 4th and 3, either side, they're going for it. So look for that. You got a 4th and 4, I don't think so. You got a 4th and 3, 4th and 2. These coaches are going to be aggressive. They're going to go for it. And I really don't think they care about field position at that point in time based on their faith in their defense. So let's look at this. The offense for the Bills is 44.1 on third down conversions, making them 7th in the league. The Kansas City Chiefs come in at 48.5, man, just under 50% on third down. That is big. And believe it or not, that puts them at second. So someone out there is better. I believe it's the Eagles who are first. But anyway, that's how they are. Second versus 7th on third down on the offense. But now we look at the defense, and this is where it gets interesting because you see how strong both of those teams are on third down. We're talking one's close to 50%. The other's got a big number, almost 45%. Third down, the Bills come in 43.8. What did I tell you about the 40% mark? It proves it right here. They're at 43.8, just over 40%, and that tied for 28th out of 32 teams. You go to the Chiefs, and on third down, they're 43.3 on third down, making them tied for 26. So we got two very, very bad defensive teams here on third down for whatever reason. But what's crucial here is what I just said before. Now you know why I said fourth and 3, 4th and 4. They're going to go for it because it's almost guaranteed with 4 downs to get a first down. So that's why these two coaches will be aggressive not only on third down, but on 4th down. And that proves it. You got the second best third down conversion team against the 7th best third down conversion team on offense going up against the 2 worst, or pretty much the worst. But look where these teams are. They're in the AFC Championship, and their defenses are almost, they're as bad as you can get. There's only 2 other spots available, okay, because they're tied. So you're at the end of the line. And yet, somehow, you get this far. The only way you get this far with that kind, man, is defense and a potent offense. And we both know these teams got the fucking potent offenses going, man. So when it comes down to it, man, this should be a very, very, very good game. And I'm telling you now, I think the defense will dominate the first half of this game. And then at the 5-minute mark in the third quarter, that's going to determine which defense is ready for the big challenge coming to solidify the final 20 minutes and head to New Orleans. We're going to take the Bills plus the 2. We're going to take the over. 49.5 is the over, so we're going over on that. Look for the Bills in the fourth quarter, if they are in control, to put it away, and not only put it away, maybe secure it, just to put the daylights out. I mean, they go into the fourth quarter with a 1-scored lead, getting ready for a 2-scored lead. It don't look good for Kansas City. So let's look for the Bills and the Redskins in New Orleans, according to what I got going here. We broke it down for you. There's everything. And, yeah. I had some other stuff, but we really don't have enough time for it. So we're going to get on out of here. Whoop. Oh, man. we go. Thought I did this, but just want to make it official, people. Swore I did this. Freaking idiot. Oh, no. There we go. Well, that was supposed to be up the whole time. And as you could tell, it wasn't. So, what else is new? And what else is new up here in non-producer land? Thinking we got it, and we don't. Well, okay. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I brought you right up to 12 o'clock. Kickoff is in about 5 minutes. I hope you enjoy the games. We might be back after these games are over to recap it and look forward to Super Bowl Sunday. So I guess until next time, remember when you come up to the third floor, always remember to bowl up, then bong up, and then beam on up to the third floor. And we'll be here hanging out, chilling, waiting for you. Hanging out in time and space. Peace.